Namaste, Nick here. So, are you looking to find out why you are so tired? What is going on with your digestive system? How come you have autoimmune problems even though you eat and live healthily? So, the solution may come from understanding a little bit about this thing called Dinacharya. And the word Dinacharya means Dina means day, Acharya means study of the day or habits or behaviors of the day. So what exactly is this Dinacharya, this system that comes from Ayurveda? It is a system from the tradition of Ayurveda, 5,000, 6,000 year old science that helps you to organize your time and energy. And it's a system that's based on the dosha clock, or I like to call it the energy clock. Most of us just think of there being two parts to a 24-hour cycle. So it's either day or it's night. But in actual fact, there are 6 parts to a 24-hour cycle. And those are divided based on which of the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, are kind of in the zone, if you like. So each of these doshas, these collection of elements, has its moment in the day and at night. So these 5 elements, or 3 doshas, when we categorize the elements together, they cycle through the day and night at different times. So it creates a different energy between, let's say, 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. and between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. It's subtle, but it's there, and it's been there since the beginning of time. So all we need to do is figure out what energy is in place at that moment and then match our behaviors with that. So that's the basis of this lifestyle practice. And the whole goal, if you like, is to align what you're doing day to day with this elemental cosmic clock. So you're not swimming against the tide. It's like 2 cogs, your daily habits, the things that you need to do every day, the elemental clock, the dosha clock, the energy clock. When you can fit those 2 together, it's like a well-oiled cog. It makes the machine, your body, well. But most of us are, like I said, swimming against the tide, not necessarily understanding the different aspects of the day and night. So when we practice Dinacharya, daily habits, what we're trying to do is get the right behaviors and the things that we have to do as humans with this time, energy, elements clock. You know, it's kind of like wearing the appropriate clothes to an event, right? It's kind of like if you're going to the beach, you will want to wear a bikini. If you go to a business meeting, you would wear a suit. Otherwise, things would be uncomfortable. The same happens when we miss these various points during the day, that we don't align the energy. It's like having an umbrella when it's raining. So this is an organized way to do what you need to do as a human, and I would say a little bit more during the day, and making sure that it's aligned so that you can just surf the ebb and flow of the 5 elements as they come in and out through the 24-hour cycle. So each of the 5 elements is present for 4 hours, and they're grouped together by doshas. So we have Kapha dosha in play for 4 hours, then we have Pitta dosha in play for 4 hours, then we have Vata dosha in play for 4 hours. That takes us from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then again, the doshas repeat during the nighttime cycle. So overall, we kind of cover all 5 elements. And they starting with earth between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., earth and water. Then 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the element of fire and water. And then from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., the element of air and space. And again, same thing overnight. So the feeling of those different elements coming into play, weaving their way through the 24-hour cycle is different, right? If you hold a rock and you hold some water, it feels different. Fire feels different than air. So it's about tuning in on a subtle level to the energies of these elements and how we can feel the difference. So this is something that might be completely new to you. Understanding that what the doshas are, understanding that there is a dosha clock, and then finally that there is a way, a system to align it all and put it all together. But we can understand when we're out of alignment. And the cosmic clock, when we're out of alignment with it, we know about it, but we might not understand why it's happening. So many of us are feeling fatigued, right? It's when we're out of alignment, it's feeling tired. It's literally like swimming against the waves. It's carrying extra weight. It's autoimmune problems. It's brain fog. It's bowel movements that aren't healthy. It's a depleted self. It's a feeling that there's never enough time and energy. So Ayurveda helps us to organize our daily habits so that they match this bigger cosmic clock, so that we're kind of like plugging ourselves into the network. So if you want to have more energy, there is a difference in whether you wake up at 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. And you might say, well, of course, I've got 2 more extra hours. But it's not about the extra time, it's about the difference between the energy at 6 a.m. and which elements, which dosha is at play at 6 a.m. It's vata, air and space, versus the energy that is in the ether at 8 a.m., which is kapha, earth and water. So if you want to have a stronger immune system, there's also a difference between going to bed at 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. At 10 p.m., you're in kapha again. If you're going to bed at 11 p.m., then you're kind of burning the midnight oil. You're in pitta, not the best time to be going to bed, and it hinders the immune system. If you want to have better digestion, there's a difference between eating at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. At 1 p.m., it's pitta time, ideal for digestion. At 4 p.m., it's air and space, leading to gas, leading to bloating. So these 10 daily habits help us to organize our day-to-day living for good sleep, healthy bodies, and minds that are balanced. Because if we know there's something wrong in our bodies or there's some kind of problem, all of our mind is totally consumed with that problem. So getting rid of all of our physical ailments and mental ailments is where we can really lead a life that we're supposed to be living. So we all have to eat, we all have to sleep, we all have to move, we all have to clean ourselves. Knowing about this cosmic clock and the energy of the day starts to take this to your next level, even if you're already healthy. So it's a win-win situation. Either you're feeling something is out of alignment, you're in some sense of dis-ease, and this could be a way for you to correct it, that is natural, it doesn't cost money, it's already based on the things you have to do anyway. And if you're already healthy, then you're going to be taking things to the next level and becoming a little bit more of a co-creator to your own self. So let's get down to what the 10 daily habits are. And these are synthesized from the Ayurvedic teachings. And I try to make things applicable to modern day life, right? The Vedic teachings are, like I said, 5,000, 6,000 years old, and they can be pretty heavy. My goal, my intention is to make them something applicable for you. So the first habit, or the first thing to do to align, is to get up with sunrise. Then the second is we have some body cleansing practices that will take care of your 5 senses so that you don't use them up as you get older. The next thing is how to work a meditation into your day. And how many of us say, I want to meditate, but I just don't have time? Well, maybe it's you don't have the right energy behind it. So there's a way that we can get around that by following the Dinacharya. That's going to give you that little extra boost. Then moving your body, number 4, in a way that won't burn you out. And this is critical to understand your own body type, your dosha, how the 5 elements have woven into your very fabric, your own tissue, and what is the right movement practice that is going to actually increase your vitality as opposed to decreasing it. Then we want to make sure that our body, our container, is well cared for. So doing self-massage with particular oils, again, based on your body type, your composition, your dosha. And then we come to lunchtime, and it's all about eating a big meal at lunchtime that follows the Ayurvedic principles for easy digestion and building energy. So I'm not going to go into those too much in this video, but it's about bringing in all of the knowledge around nutrition and food and prana into lunchtime. And then in the afternoon, thinking about more reflection, right? How you're doing service for others, right? Either through your job or how you can be present for your family. Getting to know your purpose, making sure you're on track for your dharma, right? What you are here and God-given to do in this world. And then towards the end of the day, eating a dinner that is light and early before 7:30 p.m. Learning about which foods go together, which foods cause disharmony in the digestive tract, starting to home prep your foods and how that actually helps your digestive system, how seasonal eating makes sure that you get everything covered nutritionally, and then finally going to bed by 10 p.m. and learning and implementing tricks and tools to wind down. So most of you are doing these habits already, eating, sleeping, moving, maybe meditating, but you might not be doing them at the times that are suggested by the dosha clock. And they may be in the wrong order. Dinacharya is all about making small tweaks to your day, learning about them, making the tweaks so that you're working with your body for optimal health, for longevity. And like its sister, yoga, it is a practice. It's not something that comes overnight. But it is a wonderful way to expand yourself, get deeper awareness, create more deliberation and presence in your day-to-day life, and empowerment. Because when you are healthy and radiant and you're going to live a long time and you're going to do your purpose, right? You don't need to get bogged down by medical system. You don't need to be bogged down by feeling that you're not doing what you're here supposed to be doing. If you're interested in knowing more about these 10 habits, then I'm going to put a link in the description below, and you can grab a kind of quick, easy cheat sheet checklist that outlines the stepping stones to the day. And I'm going to be following this video up with a little bit more insight and detail into each of these daily habits. So make sure that you're subscribed and that you don't miss them. This is a subject that I love, I'm passionate about. There's so much to say, but I wanted you just to get a quick snapshot of understanding how the daily habits isn't just about doing things, it's about aligning. So thank you for listening, and as always, namaste.